3 days after the resurrection, Jesus met Mary Magdalene and disciples who asked why deeply spiritual people feel intense sexual desires stronger than others. Jesus explained this intensity is not a curse, but proof of vital energy and spiritual threat to the archons, spiritual entities controlling lower consciousness. Unlike ordinary humans, helics, who feel mild desires, pneumatics, those with high-frequency vital energy experience sexual desire as intense fire. The archons amplify this desire to trap pneumatics through shame, but recognizing this as power allows transmutation of the energy into spiritual light. The video reveals that pneumatics are born with naturally high-frequency vital energy, identical to sexual energy, which is the creative life force, kundalini. This energy is much stronger than in most humans, causing intense sexual desire that feels overwhelming. Unlike helics, who act on mild desire unconsciously, and psychics who manage moderate desire intellectually, pneumatics experience this as a powerful force. The internal conflict and questioning around this desire are not signs of failure, but evidence of ongoing unconscious transmutation, raising this energy through the chakras toward higher consciousness. Archons do not create desire, but amplify existing sexual energy specifically to disrupt spiritual progress in pneumatics. The amplification targets moments right after spiritual breakthroughs or elevated frequency states, forcibly pulling pneumatics back into lower frequencies through intense desire followed by shame. This process produces lush, or energy harvested by the archons. Acting on desire produces guilt-laden lush, while suppressing it produces conflict-laden lush. Both are harvested. Recognition of this amplification in real time breaks the archon's unconscious loop, halting the harvest. Archons also use environmental triggers, sexual images, media, thoughts, to amplify desire in pneumatics. Unlike others who experience these triggers mildly, pneumatics have their energetic signatures targeted precisely to generate maximum amplification. Intrusive sexual fantasies and vivid scenarios appear unexpectedly, especially during vulnerable moments. Late night, spiritual practice, designed to overwhelm and provoke unconscious reactions. Conscious recognition of these triggers disrupts the archon's harvesting mechanism. Helics live fully in material consciousness and don't experience amplified desire because their desire is already low-grade and fully contained. Psychics engage spiritually, mostly in intellectual ways, and don't raise frequency enough to threaten archon control, so they face only mild monitoring. Pneumatics, however, are capable of genuinely elevating consciousness beyond archon detection, making them high-value targets. The archons deploy their most sophisticated protocols, sexual amplification, combined with shame harvesting against pneumatics to contain their spiritual power. Timing. Amplification comes directly after spiritual highs or breakthroughs, not randomly. Intensity. The desire feels overwhelming and artificially pushed, unlike natural desire which arises and passes organically. Interruption. Amplification disrupts spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and reading sacred texts. Disproportionate shame. Intense guilt and shame follow acts of desire, far beyond what is warranted, which is the archon's harvesting of emotional energy. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward conscious transmutation and breaking the archon's harvest loop. Jesus privately taught Mary Magdalene that the same fire used by the archons to burn pneumatics is the fire pneumatics used to forge themselves spiritually. The difference lies in consciousness. Unconscious individuals are burned and harvested. Conscious ones are forged and become unharvestable. The video emphasizes that unconscious resistance and questioning have been unconscious transmutation all along, and now this can become conscious mastery. Recognize the intense sexual desire immediately as archon amplification. Locate the energy physically in the lower chakras without mental story or judgment. Breathe the energy upward through the chakras from the solar plexus to the heart, throat, and third eye, transforming raw desire into pure vital force. Direct this elevated energy into spiritual practice, meditation, prayer, or connection to the monad. Maintain zero shame, no guilt or remorse, because true alchemy produces no lush and makes the pneumatic unharvestable. This process turns the archon's weapon into spiritual fuel. The video explains that desire alone is not the harvest. The real harvest is the shame that follows sexual acts. Sexual guilt produces the highest quality lush because it combines emotional, physical, and spiritual shame. Jesus taught that archons cannot harvest souls who feel no shame. Thus, the shame is the prize for the archons, while desire is just bait. Recognizing that intense desire is proof of power, not failure, and understanding shame as an external attack, rather than internal judgment, dissolves the shame's frequency, stopping lush production and archon control. The final message is one of empowerment. Experiencing intense sexual desire is not a sign of weakness, but proof of immense vital energy and spiritual potential. The archon's amplification is a recognition of the pneumatic's threat to their system, and every time the pneumatic resists unconsciously, they break the archon's hold. Now, conscious recognition and transmutation allow the pneumatic to fully claim their power, break free, and direct their energy towards spiritual awakening. The video encourages viewers who identify as pneumatics to declare conscious mastery, subscribe for advanced techniques, and share the knowledge to awaken others. The pneumatic is not becoming a master, they already are one, simply waking up to their inherent power to transmute and transcend archon control.